Hi, this is the help video for Word Chapter 3, Pause and Practice Number 1. I am in my SimNet SimBook at the Pause and Practice page for 3.1. I am going to download the Personal Training Program document, and I'm going to open that up. It's going to open up inside of Word, and then we're going to rename it to what we normally rename. So let me go here. So we're going to enable, and we're going to do File, Save As. We're going to put it wherever you normally put it, and it's going to be your initials, PP for Pause and Practice, W for Word. It's Chapter 3 dash, and there are 3 documents, 3 pause and practices. So we're going to end it with a 3. So this is the document. In the beginning here, we're just going to move through and look at the different ways that we can view this document with the changes. So this would be if a group of people or several people or just 2 people, more than one person is maintaining and making suggestions and edits to a document. So this would be a way to track those changes and to accept or reject them. And so we're going to go to the Review tab, and there's a couple areas on here that we're going to work. One is tracking, one is changes, and one is comments. And one of the things that you want to watch is, do you see in changes there's a next previous? In comments there's a next previous. You just want to make sure when you are clicking that you're using the appropriate group to select that. All right, so the first thing we're going to do is we're just changing how we're viewing things, and that's in this tracking. So if we come here and we go to original, original returns the document to the state before anybody made changes, right? So this is the original. If we go down here to no markup, it changes it with if all of the changes were applied, right? This would be the final product. So you can move through original and kind of final. And then there is simple markup, which just shows where in the document changes were made and comments placed, but you don't actually see them. And then the last view that you could have would be all markup, and that's how we started. So over here you're going to see some comments, and you have some indications. And if we come over here and do Review Pane Vertical, we're going to see over here on the left who made those changes, as well as the changes within the document. So if we take a look at this, and I think we've gotten through quite a bit here. Hold on a second. So if we take a look at our instructions, we really have gone through this change for review. Now we're looking at this review pane. So we're already on step 5. So we want to find the bulleted item here that says Kelsey Kroll, what are we looking for? Insertion 1, right here. So what we're going to do is we're going to reject that. So we're going to come over here in this review pane, right click. So this is just one way to do this. And we're going to reject the move. Okay. She moved it. We're going to say no. We want to return that. We're done with this review pane for now, so we'll kind of move that. And so now we're going to go to the top of the document. So Control Home, and we want to find, click the next button in the review. So we want to make sure we're in changes, and right here it's next change. So it highlights the entire document, which is the change for the left and right margins. So we want to accept that. So we're going to click on accept and move to the next. And that next one is a comment. So now we want to do the next button 3 times to skip the next 3 comments. So right here we're going to do next, next, 2, 3, and personal training program is deleted. We want to click the top half of the accept button to accept the change because we say that's okay. And you see it made the change, so that deletion was gone. Click the bottom half of the accept button because we're not going to move through all of them. So as you can see, you can move through and decide to accept or reject individual. We want to go ahead and accept all the changes. So we're going to do accept all changes. And the only thing that should be left are comments over here on the right. So now we're going to resolve a comment. So we're going to put our cursor in the beginning of the document. So Control Home. And in the comments group, we're going to do next. It's going to take us to this first comment, and we want to select resolve, and which means you took care of whatever they were commenting. So that comment is resolved. So it is grayed out. So it's still there. You can see what the comment was, but you took care of whatever that comment was saying. So then we're going to do next, and we'll make sure we're in comments. We're going to do next. And then on this one, be sure to include a citation. That one we're going to say reply, and we're going to say thanks. Oh, thank you, comma, will do, exclamation point. We're going to click next again. It's going to go to add an endnote here, personal training program. We're going to delete that. Let's see. Up here, we're going to select the delete, and it's actually gone. So we are kind of ignoring that one. We're going to do next and delete. Click next and delete to delete the remaining comments. Okay, so we're going to do next, delete, next, delete, next, delete, next, delete, next, delete, next, delete. And the reason that we didn't want, well, we have more. So next, delete, next, delete, next. We're back up to the top. So we didn't want to do delete all because we wanted to keep these 2 comments, right? So we couldn't say delete all comments, right? So we had to move through them. I'm going to take a second and save this file. And we're going to add our own comment. So we're going to go to the top, so Control Home, and we want to add our own new comment. So we're going to click New Comment. It's going to be attributed to you, and what are we going to type? Insert a cover page and table of contents, no period. We're going to select the word there, and we're going to do a comment at that point. So proofread this report one more time. So we've added a couple reminders to ourselves as we're moving through, or to whoever, that they need to put a cover page, table of contents, and just go through it one more time. All right, so the next thing that we're going to do is the track changes. So if we come up to review and find track changes, we want to click the top half of the track changes button to turn on track changes. And what that does is any change that you're going to make at this point is going to be placed in that, just like we saw, like it's not going to actually be applied, it's going to be marked, but someone's going to have to decide, is that change valid and accept it or not. So we're going to find the word basic in the section heading below. So right here, I'm going to double click on the word basic and we're going to change that to general. Okay, so look, basic is still there. Our new word, general, is applied. At some point, someone's going to have to come back and accept those changes, whether globally or individually. All right, place your insertion point after training in the second section heading of the first page. Training, we're going to put the word program space guidelines, right? So it's inserted, but it's marked. So now I'm done with my changes. I'm going to click on the top half and turn those track changes off, and I'm going to save my file. So at this point, pause and practice 3.1 is done. We're going to move on to 3.2 in the next movie. Thank you.